My life used to be so normal. School, homework, friends, complaining about curfews, the usual stuff. But that all changed the night my sister, Elena, came back from her study abroad trip. She wasn't just different, she was wrong. She looked pale, almost translucent under the moonlight. Her eyes, once a warm brown, now held a cold, predatory glint, and she wouldn't touch any of Mom's famous lasagna. That was the first major red flag. At first, I tried to brush it off. Jet lag may be a weird European diet, but then the strange things started happening. I do wake up in the middle of the night to find her standing at the foot of my bed, just watching me. It was beyond creepy. Then there was her speed. I once dropped a glass, and before it even hit the floor, she had zipped across the room and caught it. Not a single drop spilled. When I asked how she did that, she just gave me this icy glare and said, "I'm just quick on my feet." The real turning point came a few weeks later. My best friend, Mark, got a nasty cut playing soccer. He came over to get a bandage, and the second Elena smelled the blood, her entire demeanor changed. Her nostrils flared, her pupils dilated, and for a split second, I saw her fangs. They were small, but they were definitely there. She practically shoved Mark out the door, muttering something about him being a health hazard. I was terrified. That night, I couldn't sleep. I crept down to the basement, where Elena had started spending all her time. The door was locked, but I picked it with a bobby pin, a skill I learned from too many spy movies. The air inside was freezing cold and smelled like damp earth and something metallic, like old pennies, and that's when I saw it. In the corner, behind a dusty old seat, was a coffin. A real, honest-to-goodness coffin. My heart hammered against my ribs. It all clicked into place. The paleness, the speed, the aversion to sunlight, the fangs. My sister was a vampire. I confronted her the next day. I thought she'd deny it, laugh at me, but she didn't. She just sighed a tired, ancient sound that didn't belong to a 19-year-old. "So you figured it out," she said, her voice flat. "Congratulations, little detective." There was no sadness, no fear, just annoyance. And that's when she told me she wasn't just a vampire. She was turned against her will, and being around us, her human family, was a constant, agonizing struggle. She said the smell of my blood was like a siren's call, driving her mad. That's when the hate started, or at least, that's when she stopped hiding it. She started calling me the walking juice box and breather. She'd near whenever I walked into a room. She'd accidentally trip me in the hallway, then watch with a cold smirk as I stumbled. She made my life a living nightmare. It was like living with a predator who was just barely holding back. Our parents, they were completely oblivious. To them, it was just sibling rivalry. They'd tell me to be nicer to my sister, that she was just having a hard time adjusting. If only they knew. One evening, I came home late from a movie. The house was dark. I walked into the kitchen to get a glass of water, and Elena was there, waiting in the shadows. "Where were you?" she hissed, her voice dangerously low. "Out with your little friends, filling up on junk food. Doesn't matter." "You always smell the same." Before I could react, she had me pinned against the wall. Her face was inches from mine, her eyes glowing a terrifying red. I could feel her cold breath on my neck. "You have no idea how hard this is," she whispered, her fangs fully extended now, grazing my skin. "Every single day, I have to listen to your heart beating, thump, 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 thump. It's the most delicious sound in the world, and I hate you for it. I hate you because I love you, and I want to drain you dry more than anything else in this miserable existence." Tears of what looked like blood welled in her eyes. I was frozen, not just with fear, but with a strange sort of pity. For the first time, I saw past the monster. I saw my sister, trapped and in agony. She pushed away from me, suddenly crashing into the opposite wall and letting out a guttural scream of frustration. "Get out!" she roared. Just get out of my sight before I do something we'll both regret. I didn't need to be told twice. I ran up to my room, locked the door, and just sobbed. She didn't just hate me. She hated what she'd become, and I was the ultimate, constant reminder of everything she had lost. Living with her is a tightrope walk over a pit of vipers. Every day is a test of her control. Some days are better than others. Sometimes I'll catch a glimpse of the old Elena. She likes to leave my favorite snack on the counter or quietly watch a movie in the same room with me, a silent truce between us. In those moments, I remember the sister who taught me how to ride a bike and helped me with my math homework. But then I'll see her jaw clench, or her eyes will flash that dangerous red, and the monster is back. I don't know how this story ends. Can we ever be sisters again? Or am I just a ticking clock, counting down the moments until her self-control finally shatters? She's my sister, and I love her, but she's also a vampire who hates what I am. And we're living under the same roof. Every night when I go to sleep, I wonder if it will be my last. For now, all I can do is survive, one day at a time, hoping that the sister I love is still in there somewhere, fighting a battle that I can only begin to imagine.